Good evening and welcome to the Newshour agenda. Madhavdas Akbaruddin Owaisi, the younger brother of AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi, has crossed the line once again with a threat to a police official on duty. Addressing public during the course of the campaign at Lalita Bagh in Hyderabad, he pointed to his watch and told the police officer that no one can stop him ahead of the scheduled time of campaigning. He in fact even warned the police officer that if he gives one signal, he will have to run from that place.
इंस्पेक्टर साहब घड़ी है मेरे पास या मेरी घड़ी आपको दी, फिर चलिए चलिए चलिए। गोलियां चाकुओं की बात सुन के समझे के कमजोर हो गया। अभी भी बहुत हिम्मत है, 6 ओवर बड़े आके ठहरे। 5 मिनट अभी बोलूंगा 5 मिनट। कोई माय का लाल पैदा नहीं हुआ मुझे रोकने के लिए। सही ना, इशारा कर दिया तो दौड़ना पड़ेगा। दौड़ाए कैसी आते हमारे इत्तेहाद को कमजोर करने के लिए। होशियार रहो।
AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi came out in defense of his brother, saying that no official had the right to stop someone if they had not exceeded the time limit prescribed by the Model Code of Conduct for campaign.
मैं अगर 10:01 हो रहा तो आपको पूरा राइट है मेरे को आके रोकने का। आप 10 बजने के लिए 5 मिनट बाकी है, आप मेरे डाइस पे चढ़ जाते। क्या बात है भाई? क्यों? ये कानून एमसीसी ईसीआई का जो आप खुद परमिशन आरओ दे रहा है और 5 मिनट पहले बंद कर दो बोलते आप।
Meanwhile, a case has been registered by the Santosh Nagar SHO against Akbaruddin Owaisi. The charges against him are criminal intimidation and use of criminal force to stop an officer from performing his duty. In fact, we even spoke to the police official concerned. This is what he told Times Now.
Sir, can you explain what exactly happened in the night? Videos are somewhat, it looks like edited. And you've been asking the leaders to conclude the meeting on time, right?
No, I have not asked. Just I have go there and stand near the stage.
Okay. Then, sir?
Yeah. And then he had seen me.
Okay.
Then he pointed out me, Inspector Saab, मेरा पास गाड़ी है, मेरे को MCC का रूल्स मालूम है, बोल के बोला।
And also the threatening is also he hinted out you at, right?
Yeah.
And the complaint has been filed today morning, sir?
Yeah, today morning.
Akbaruddin Owaisi, meanwhile, remains defiant and has demanded action against the cop. He's also filed a counter complaint and has asked for action from the Election Commission.
एक इलेक्शन अथॉरिटी की एक ऑफिसर ने ये भी कहा है कि इट इज़ अ मिस्टेक ऑफ द पुलिस के ही क्लाइम्ड एंड केम टू द स्टेज, ये भी बोल चुके हैं। और तीसरी चीज़ ये है कि मैंने पुलिस के ख़िलाफ़ भी कंप्लेंट दिया हूँ और रिक्वेस्ट किया हूँ कि इस पे इंक्वायरी होना चाहिए। और मैं डिमांड कर रहा हूँ इलेक्शन कमीशन से कि इस पर इंक्वायरी होनी चाहिए।
The BJP has lambasted the Owaisi brothers, accusing them of running a criminal enterprise, quote unquote, in the old city. They've also promised bulldozer action if the BJP is elected to power in the state.
देखिए, चाहे असदुद्दीन ओवैसी हो चाहे अकबरुद्दीन ओवैसी हो, ये लोग केवल भड़काऊ बात करते हैं, संविधान को तार-तार करते हैं। उन्होंने बोला कोई माइका लाल पैदा नहीं हुआ मुझे रोकने के लिए। तो जब भारत माता के लाल वर्दी पहन के आते हैं और कानून तोड़ने वालों को 10 डंडे मारते हैं और गिनते 1 हैं, तो वर्दी का रसूख भी पता चलता है। और ऐसे अभद्र जो बयान देते हैं उनको अपनी हैसियत भी पता चलती है। कानून से ऊपर कोई व्यक्ति है नहीं।
What is circulating in the media is worrisome. That Mr. Akbaruddin Owaisi seems to be threatening somebody on their official duty or a police person. Now, Mr. Owaisi in the past also has used intemperate language, and certainly Mr. Owaisi and his party's agenda is clearly seen from the kind of language he has used and this incident also.
ये वही अकबरुद्दीन ओवैसी थे जिन्होंने कहा था कि 15 मिनट के लिए पुलिस हटा लो, 100 करोड़ पे 20 करोड़ भारी पड़ेंगे। लेकिन ये ना भूलें कि चुनाव चल रहा है, चुनाव आयोग देख रहा है। अब पुलिस कहीं अपने पे आ गई ना, तो वो तो 15 मिनट मांग रहे थे, पुलिस को 2 मिनट भी नहीं लगेंगे।
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Good evening and welcome to this very special broadcast that we're bringing to you from the Tank Band Road of Hyderabad in the middle of the elections. The big news today has been a controversial statement given by Akbaruddin Owaisi to a policeman who was standing towards the end of the campaigning time. Now, the words and the actions of Akbaruddin Owaisi have resulted in an FIR where the policeman who was there 5 minutes before the time to campaign was about to end was at the receiving end of a verbal volley from Mr. Owaisi. His brother, Mr. Asaduddin Owaisi, has defended him. But really, in terms of this entire campaign, what does this mean? What is the impact? Because various political parties which have been accusing the AIMIM of being the B team of another political party, what will they now have to say, and what does this really reflect as far as the politics in Telangana, particularly in Hyderabad, is concerned? To talk about that, I have with me Mr. Krishna Rao, Chief Spokesperson of BJP in Telangana. Also joining us is Monica Reddy, political analyst. Asif Sohail, political analyst, joins us. Royden Roach is also a political analyst, leans towards the Congress party. Also with us is Saye Sekhar Angana, senior journalist, who's joining us on the broadcast. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us this evening. And let me start with you. Krishna Rao, what do you make of this particular statement? An FIR has now been filed against Akbaruddin Owaisi, but his party stands firmly in his defense.
No surprise. He's MLA Akbaruddin is a chronic offender, and he gets to do this every time he gets an opportunity to address the masses. And today what he said, yesterday evening, what he said is so unruly, abrasive, and so impugn in terms of dealing with an officer who's on duty. He didn't even say anything. He just came in and stood there and kind of was watching his time. 9 o'clock, the MCC says you should stop talking. So why did he go ballistic on the inspector who's just doing his job? No one knows.
Okay.
While we understand he's addressing a gallery, his own gallery, and to showcase the ferocity of Mr. Akbaruddin, the classic ferocity, it is condemnable. Bharatiya Janata Party condemns this kind of unruly attitude, a rowdy attitude of the MLA, which he is having a signature style of doing it. But we would want the state government, which is interim right now, even now they are in charge of the state government in terms of the law and order. He should be arrested right away. And he should apologize to the police force of Telangana, and without any condition that he has to step out.
It's rowdy behavior, and he should be arrested. Action should be taken against Mr. Akbaruddin Owaisi, says Krishna Rao. Please respond to it.
मैं समझता हूँ कि there is nothing wrong in that statement. It's nothing offended. एक उनका प्रोग्राम चल रहा था, कोई इसमें अगर ट्रेसपास करता है, देखिए जब एक ऑफिसर ने उन्हें दिया है परमिशन, जब टाइम खत्म भी नहीं हुआ था, तो देयर इज नो पॉइंट ऑफ स्टॉपिंग देम. आप एक उनका एक अपना अंदाज है अपना एक बयान देने का. इट्स अ स्टार्टिंग एंड कंक्लूजन पॉइंट्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट व्हेनेवर इज अ पब्लिक मीटिंग ओवर देयर. जब उनका कंक्लूजन था, कोई आके इंटरप्ट कर रहा था, ही जस्ट स्टॉप्ड इट. सो आई डोंट फाइंड एनीथिंग ऑफेंडेड. वो अपने एक अंदाज में उसको एक मीडिया उसको फिर एक हाइप कर रही है, बिकॉज मीडिया को कुछ मिला नहीं इतने दिन से. जस्ट फॉर द सेक ऑफ द टीआरपी द मीडिया इज टेकिंग इट टू अनदर लेवल. देखिए इतने सारे, देखिए आप अगर बता रहे हैं बीजेपी इज कंडेमनिंग दैट, तो बीजेपी के 3 बंदर तो नहीं चले ना यहाँ पे, ना आईटी चली है, ना सीबीआई चली है, ना ईडीआई. अब आप मीडिया के जरिए जो उसको टारगेट कर रहे हैं, देयर इज नथिंग ऑफेंडेड ऑन दैट. यू हैव टू टेक इट इन द इलेक्शन. ये सब चीजें चलते हैं.
मीडिया छोड़िए, अब मीडिया मैं क्या करके ओके. Since he's referred to the BJP.
He didn't say anything. Maybe the gentleman didn't see or didn't hear or didn't read what he said. He said मेरे पास घोड़ा है.
मैंने पूरा देखा है. देखिए उनका स्टेटमेंट देखिए. अभी अगर कोई प्रोग्राम में इंटरफेयर करता है तो व्हाट एंकर विल से, आप रुक जाओ, वहीं ठहर जाओ, वही तो बोलेंगे ना। If someone trespassing the program.
आसिफ जी प्रॉब्लम ये पुलिस ये कह रही है कि इंटरप्शन नहीं था, 5 मिनट पहले डेडलाइन के जाके वहाँ खड़े हो गए।
तो वो आके रुकाने की कोशिश क्यों करे सर? There is an FIR filed by the police department as well as Akbaruddin Owaisi has given a complaint against the police.
Okay.
ठीक है, let the inquiry goes on, but I strongly condemn. आपने जो बोला है habitual offender, अभी तक उनके ऊपर कोई conviction नहीं हुआ, वो बाइज्जत बरी हुए।
Why do you say he's a habitual offender?
You have to take.
Why do you say he's a habitual offender? Respond to him.
मत बताइए।
Krishna Sagar, respond to him.
Don't say me that.
Why is he habitual?
That's not an abuse, right? Habitual offender word is not an abuse.
No, but justify that statement. Justify the statement.
He has been doing this time and again. He has been charged time and again. Whether he has not been convicted is a different story. He has done it many times.
15 मिनट के लिए पुलिस हटा दो, 15 मिनट के लिए पुलिस हटा दो, किसने बोला था सर? ये सवाल है, ये सवाल है।
कोर्ट ने क्या दिया? देखिए, डोंट टेक इट दैट। कोर्ट ने क्लियरली उनको वहां से बाइज्जत बरी किया। वो 15 मिनट का किस्सा खत्म हो गया। अब 15 मिनट खत्म हो गया, 5 मिनट के पीछे पड़े हैं। ओवरऑल सी मैं यही बता रहा हूँ कि इलेक्शन में कुछ मसाला नहीं मिल रहा है।
Okay. I'm going to let Monica ji come in now. Monica Reddy.
I would like to correct your statement here. When you say that the court ने उनको बाइज्जत बरी करा, कोर्ट ने ये बोला है कि adequate evidences have not been submitted, and the lack of evidence is on part of the state.
अगर कोर्ट ने बताया,
and it is the same state government.
पुलिस को और गवर्नमेंट को अपॉर्चुनिटी है।
You see, it's the same state government that has constantly been supporting and covering up for Akbaruddin Owaisi and his misdemeanors. This is not the first time. BJP aside, he is a repeat offender against the Hindus. He's a repeat offender. He's a civil disobedience leader.
Sorry to interrupt. आप अकबरुद्दीन अवैसी मुसलमान हैं बोलकर ये बता रहे हैं। There are other people who has given a इससे खतरनाक statement. You're not condemning that. Even RSS says that. BJP says that. Why always an MIM and been targeted?
Let me come in. There are many points of debate here. But I want to bring in Mrs. Saye Sekhar on the point she raised of the regime here in the state of Telangana supporting him. The BRS government supports him, and that's why no action has been taken on other cases. Is the charge she is making. Please respond to her.
As an independent observer for quite a few years being in Hyderabad, Hyderabad had a bloody history of communal riots, but ever since BRS government has taken over, there was no riot, there was no curfew, there was no confusion between religions, and no religious politics have been pursued by the state as alleged. And the state government, I don't think, is mollycoddling any particular community, and if they have kept everyone under check, all parties have been under check. And for example, recently when Mr. Raja Singh made disparaging remarks, that fomented communal tensions in the old city, government has acted in such a manner that both sides have been taken under control, and both sides have been put under pressure not to open their mouth, and they are getting that cooperation from all religions. For example, you take recently that for that Julus, Miladun Nabi Julus, without the government intervention itself, it is the Muslim community that has come forward and decided to postpone their julus.
No, even if I'm to take at face value that all that you have said is correct, that doesn't answer her question. She is saying that that the BRS government is mollycoddling MIM. That is her charge.
No, that is the wrong charge. Otherwise, if they are mollycoddling, those people, MIM, then there would have been upsurge from the BJP side and RSS side. They were not doing that. So it is not exactly like that.
I understand your compulsion to support the party that you represent, but let's get one thing clear. Let us get one thing clear, sir. Let us get one thing clear.
You are affiliated to BJP, but I am not.
On the streets of Hyderabad, Sar Tan se juda, did those naras take place or didn't they take place? How are you saying that this government is not supporting?
It was not proved in the court.
Okay. Let me come back. Let me come back. One minute. Let me come back to the issue at hand. Monica Reddy, one second. Let me come back to the issue at hand. RSS ke Tillu, 1 second. If there is a policeman coming there 5 minutes before the deadline ends and he stands near the dais, assuming that the policeman is saying, I'm going by his version purely what he has told us. is there any reason for any political party to call him an RSS Katillu, as Mr. Akbaruddin Owaisi has said? Is that not a politically incorrect statement to make?
देखिए मैं आपको बता रहा हूं, उनका एक अपना अंदाज है बयान करने का, आप उसको एक डिफरेंट स्केल में ले रहे हैं। अभी देखिए
ऐसा लग रहा था कि वो धमकी दे रहे हैं।
नहीं देखिए धमकी कैसा दे रहे हैं,
उनके लफ्ज
देखिए हैदराबाद की पुलिस, सर लेट मी कंप्लीट, हैदराबाद की पुलिस को कोई धमकी नहीं दे सकता। हैदराबाद की पुलिस आवाम के साथ चलती है और हमेशा साथ देते हुए है, और पुलिस को कोई धमकी, एक मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग हुआ है, वो उसको बात खत्म हो गई थी, बट यहाँ पे एक मीडिया ट्रायल स्टार्ट हो गया है, क्योंकि अकबरुद्दीन अवैसी और असदुद्दीन ओवैसी के खिलाफ इस इलेक्शन में कोई मसाला नहीं मिल रहा था मीडिया को, अब एक टीआरपी क्रिएट करने के लिए सारी चीज हो रही है।
Is this a media trial, or do you feel that Mr. Akbaruddin Owaisi is above board, or should he at least at the very minimum apologize?
Very minimum for him to apologize. That is the least we can ask for him. But see, this is opening against opening. You know, every time he opens, this same thing happens. The state government also is supporting it. I don't blame the police. But at times, the police also pressurized by the government, okay, for not to act. For example, what he said, even in the matter of the earlier case, when they say that there's no evidence, how can you know evidence? The guy has, it's a verbal recording, it's a visual act. The visual act is said.
Sir, the case, sorry to interrupt, case was booked under the Congress government. Sir, case was booked under the Congress government. No, sir, case to Congress government में book हुआ है ना वो.
I never interrupted you. So let me continue, please. It was very evident what he said. And yesterday, he's a person, well-educated person. And what are you trying to do? You are trying to instigate the youngsters over there, the youth, to act against the police. Tomorrow, who's going to suffer? The police, the law and order situation is going to drop in the state. You are instigating the youth. Okay, you are passing comments against the police, and I don't think anything is wrong. Now, tomorrow the police officer standing there. Why should I comment? Why should we bother? Any which way, there's the entire police surrounding your safe for security, whatever reason.
So I think here's one fair point he's making, Asad. So let's debate this fairly. He says that Mr. Akbaruddin Owaisi wants the police to maintain restraint. But what about Mr. Owaisi's responsibility as a leader of people to maintain restraint? Why should he lose his temper? That's also a fair question.
देखिए उन्होंने अपना गुस्सा नहीं खोया। देखिए आपकी स्पीच चल रही है, आप यू आर हैविंग अ डिबेट ओवर हियर, वी आर इनटू द कंक्लूजन, समवन इंटरवीन हियर इन, आप क्या करोगे? आप रोकोगे, भाई आप वहीं रुक जाओ बोलोगे, आप यू विल से इन योर लैंग्वेज, इन योर स्टाइल, दैट इज व्हाट ही सेड। देखिए आज तकलीफ क्या हो गई है, देखिए शेरवानी में, जब शेरवानी में नेक्कर, खाकी नेक्कर दिखाई देता है तो सबको तकलीफ ही होगी। अभी लोगों का माइंडसेट बन गया है कि टारगेट द मुस्लिम, टारगेट देयर क्लोथ, टारगेट देयर फूड, खाने पे, कपड़ों पे, रहने पे, हर चीज वही हो गया। तो आप वही हो गया है ना सर। आप एक सर ये इलेक्शन, सर इलेक्शन में ये
where is the question of religion or community coming over here? One second, one at a time.
आप मुझे सर आप मुझे बताइए, लेट मी सर आप मुझे बताइए कि आपका जस्टिफिकेशन क्या है? सर आपका जस्टिफिकेशन क्या है? शेरवानी के अंदर खाकी नेक्कर का जस्टिफिकेशन क्या है? नहीं आप मुझे बताइए खाकी नेक्कर का क्या मतलब है? तो आप खुला बोलो ना। आप टोपी वाले से, सर आप टोपी वाले से, शेरवानी वाले से, दाढ़ी वाले से, you will not take any votes.
I think politicians will engage in fear mongering, but is it justified? Is this fear mongering justified?
See, I am going fact-based. I am not, predicting something new here. See, is it not the politics of intimidation, instigation, and division? Is it not that he has violated not just model code of conduct? एक minute. Have patience. You are not the only one speaking. मैं questions पूछ रहा हूँ आपको. Hasn't he violated model code of conduct? Hasn't he violated criminal laws? And if it were you or if it were Madhav, they would be dragged into the police station right away. If you're going to abuse and threaten an inspector, an officer on duty, what will happen? Why is the law different for Akbaruddin? That is what everybody is talking about. Then you are still using an M card. See, it is so easy to play victim. But here you are the man who is doing the kind of debauchery, and then you still want to claim the M card. That is so wrong. What is he saying when he says, what does he mean when he says, I have a goda? What does he mean when he says?
किसने बोला था?
हमने चाकू और बुलेट देखे, ये तो कहा
उन्होंने क्या बोला है? सर, उन्होंने बताया कि चाकू गोली से उन्हें मारा गया, वो सब देख चुके, और क्या डराओगे? और दूसरी चीज, आप कोई इलेक्शन कमिश्नर नहीं हो कि आप इसके ऊपर जजमेंट दे रहे। देयर वाज ए इलेक्शन कमीशन, दे विल डिसाइड। आप वो भी बनना चाह रहे हो? आप तो जुडिशरी आप कंट्रोल करोगे, बीजेपी आप इलेक्शन कमीशन भी आप करोगे क्या?
धमकी दोगे? एमसीसी नहीं होगा?
एफआईआर में 5 सेक्शन, एफआईआर में 5 सेक्शन।
What you said, no, we are not getting about board. He said he has been shot, he has been stabbed.
Am I weak? That's what he said.
No,
but he said, if I give a call,
that is yes.
If I give a call, you have to run. That's what he said.
What he said.
Yeah, but he does say that. He does say that. अगर भगाएगा, ये तो धमकी है ना सर?
100%. But he has not said about threatening with a bullet or thing. He said he has received bullet wound and knife wound. That
nobody was talking weapons in the public space. And he was saying that, am I weak?
I'm quoting from his speech. I'm quoting from his speech. Respond to this, Asif Sohail. If I give a signal, then you'll have to run. Shall we make him run? In a public rally, is it correct to say that to an officer?
सर, आप इसको एक अलग ट्रांसलेशन में लेके जा रहे हो। उनका बोलने का मतलब अलग है। देखिए, उन्होंने बताया कि भाई आप यहाँ पब्लिक ठहरी है, ठीक है, ये चीज मत करो, आप लोगों को डिस्टर्ब करने की बात होगी, आप उसको एक अलग तोड़ मोड़ कर जो वो पुलिस को देखिए, जो ऑफिसर सर जो एक
इशारा दे आपको दौड़ाएंगे,
सर देखिए
क्या मतलब है?
देखिए जो ऑफिसर है वो बहुत काबिल ऑफिसर है। सर एक सेकेंड, एक मिनट सर सुनिए, जो पुलिस ऑफिसर वहाँ पे मौजूद है वो बहुत काबिल ऑफिसर है और वो हमेशा आवाम के साथ चलते हैं। और मैं भी जितना भी देखता हूँ, MIM हो या BRS हो, ये सब साथ में मिलके पब्लिक के लिए काम कर रहे। पुलिस के अगेंस्ट कोई नहीं है और पुलिस भी किसी के खिलाफ नहीं है, बस उनका यही है कि मेरे 5 मिनट बाकी थे, आप इंटरवीन क्यों करें, उनका सवाल वही है।
Saye Sekhar, do you see this as intimidation or not?
Intimidation. Akbar has, has been like that in terms of his verbal communication. I don't think he actually intends to, chase away. But then law will take its course. See, immediately...
Even threatening an officer on duty is an offence.
No, in such case, because of that reason, police have immediately suo moto registered an FIR and that case will be investigated, and there is an election commission that is overseeing the process now.
But sir, that's a very serious offence, sir, what you said.
Yeah,
very serious offence. I'm telling you, you're telling me there's huge fuel over here and I have a matching in my hand, and you're telling me I'm going to throw it and somebody hits you. What is that?
So if it is a crime, there is a body to take care of it. And
why I'm raising this?
In this kind of situation, in such a gathering.
You're saying it's a dog whistle. It's a dog whistle. Because very often, Mr. Saye Sekhar, leaders of opposition accuse the BJP of engaging in dog whistle politics. Is this not dog whistle politics?
I really don't agree with that standpoint, but at the same time we should respect the law, boss. Everyone should act. No, not just.
Why don't you agree with that? Let him argue. Why don't you agree? One second. I want Mr. Saye Sekhar to respond. Please justify your statement. Why do you not agree with that stand? You're saying you don't agree this is dog whistle politics. Tell us why.
No, the reason is there is a law and the police have registered a case and an FIR was filed. Let it, go on in the
let law take its own course. Let law take its own course.
Law has not taken its own course. This is at the cost of reputation. If it were Saye Sekhar making that instigative statement before the month, they will drag him into the police station right away. Why you have it? I am asking, Akbaruddin ji should have been in the police station or in remand right now, not an FIR filed. Why the law is different from Akbaruddin?
Okay. Let him respond.
What is the commission doing? What is the election commission doing? You have about campaigning for the rest of the election.
Perhaps
is that way toothless tiger. You cannot do it. No, but
they can bar a candidate.
You cannot say.
They can bar a candidate. They have done it in the past to many candidates. Okay, no side debates.
No. You cannot say.
No side debates, please. One second. No side debates. One second.
Election commission ban any leader from campaigning.
Yes, they can. They have done it in the past. There is a precedent for it. One second.
Because of the such speech.
There is no such provision.
There is a provision. Please allow me now to conduct this debate, gentlemen.
सर,
One after the other. Asif Sohail,
मैं हमारे बीजेपी के दोस्त को बोलना चाह रहा हूं, सर ये उत्तर प्रदेश नहीं है। बगैर मुकदमे के जो सो लोगों को फांसी दे देंगे, बुलडोजर से घर तोड़ेंगे। यहाँ पे कानून है, ये हैदराबाद है, ये सरजमीन है हैदराबाद, यहाँ पे कानून भी है और काबिल कमिश्नर है हमारे पास। अभी जो है प्रेसिडेंट संदीप सैंडलिया, वो भी बहुत काबिल कमिश्नर है। पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट विल वेरीफाई, इलेक्शन कमीशन इज देयर। आप अपना जजमेंट, आरएसएस बीजेपी का जजमेंट जज आप बन जाओगे, कोर्ट आप ही चलाओगे, सदा आपका हाथ वक्त चले तो सारे शर्वानियों को आप टंगा देंगे, सारे टोपी वालों को टंगा देंगे आप, और क्या करेंगे बताइए आप? वही है ना, अगर जो सोचते नहीं करने देंगे ना।
I heard you. What I'm saying is,
आप बोलने से नहीं होगा,
वही तो बोल रहे हैं।
देखने दीजिए,
आपने सवाल पूछा, जवाब भी सुन लीजिए।
डेमोक्रेसी पीपल का होता है, हमारा भी राय होता है, सुनना पड़ता है। मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, द jurisdiction of Telangana police unfortunately seems to end at the entry point of old city. क्योंकि मैं इसीलिए पूछ रहा था आपको कि if you have done such a thing during election, violation after violation, instigation, division, threat to a public officer, safety officer, you should be in the jail right now. That is what I'm saying. So where is your modest law and order? He should have been.
Hyderabad, right? I do agree. The police has certain limitations because of the political scenario. Okay, because the political scenario and politicians in the state, all over the country. Okay, they have their limitations. We have one of the excellent police departments. If they are left loose, believe me, the politicians have to run for their lives. That is what it is. Let me tell you, the same in old city when you talk about, we have seen people when they go for condemnation to take the reading, they are beaten up. Even bills are not being paid in certain areas. I'm not saying all over the city, but there are certain areas which instances are there. There are instances.
Which areas are these? Tell us.
In old city.
In old city. Okay.
And one more thing I like to make. Police law and order has improved in the old city. You will not see them letting sit the youth outside in the night. Like before, the youth used to go all over the place in the old city. Now it's stopped. So law and order, the police department, let us give them the credit.
Okay.
They have taken their course.
Fair enough. If they've done a good job, it should be praised. It should be praised. No, I want
saying
once
the
again.
government behind it is doing what it is doing.
Allow the
Police is a department, brother.
Gentlemen,
Police
please.
is a department.
Let us allow the lady on the panel to speak. Mr. Rose, Saye Sekhar, allow the lady to speak, please. One second. Let us speak. Please let us speak. I want you to respond. Has law and order in old city improved? That's his statement.
Run by politicians. And then police department is run by departmental heads.
It was 30 years back.
Okay.
Nothing has changed. Formation of Telangana has done nothing to the old city. The law and order in old city remains the same. The police cannot step in there till today. The government departments can't go in for the recoveries of bills. That cannot happen. We see videos after videos on the public domain where electricity inspectors, the bill collectors are going in and getting beaten up.
Okay.
And these are all MIM leaders,
Okay.
the local leaders beating up these people.
Asif Sohail, we are almost out of time. Quick 30-second response.
Madam, old city we have a best doctors, best engineers, best IT professional scientists. आप वो नहीं देख रहे हो, आप सिर्फ एक माइंडसेट बना दिए है कि ओल्ड सिटी खराब है। क्यों? क्योंकि मैंने आपको बता रहा हूँ ना, बिकॉज द पीपल, देखिए ओल्ड सिटी में तकलीफ क्या चीज है आपको कि ओल्ड सिटी में लोग शेरवानी पहनते हैं, टोपी पहनते हैं, कुर्ता पहनते हैं, उसकी तकलीफ है आपको।
Let me come in now.
वो चीज को मानिए आप।
Completely out of time. Completely out of time. Monica. Yeah, Monica Reddy. Monica Reddy, Krishna Sagar Rao, Asif Sohail, Royden Roach, Mr. Saye Sekhar. We're completely out of time. Very clearly, it's the heat of the political campaign here in Telangana, and perhaps Hyderabad, an old city of Hyderabad, cannot be left out of it. Politics, of course, playing out at the moment. What action will happen as far as Akbaruddin Owaisi is concerned remains to be seen, not just from the perspective of the police, but also the Election Commission, which perhaps is also seized of the matter at the moment. We'll have to leave it there. Thanks so much for joining us on debate number 1 from Hyderabad.